and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy is a vibrant community built on innovation, academic excellence, and a 64-year legacy of shaping community leaders. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, inviting you to visit the mountain and experience firsthand the passion, purpose, and personalized education that defines our school. Come see how our mission and vision come to life each day. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
National headlines and the local stories you care about. WLBB, Carrollton, News Talk 1330, FM 106.3.
Good morning. Ooh, my mic is up way too loud. Let me keep it all the way up on 10 for some reason. Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today is Friday, October 3rd, and we are live streaming this morning's episode with the founder of the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative, Tima Humphries, on our Facebook Live, our WLBB News Talk 1330 Facebook page and YouTube, I believe. If you have any questions or comments for our guests, please feel free to hop in the chat. I'd be happy to read those out to Tima. We're going to be talking a lot. We're going to be talking about a lot of things today. First and foremost, this show is in conjunction with Domestic Violence Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, wherein we take a time to take a moment to stop and sort of reflect on how widespread family domestic violence is throughout the country and beyond. We're also going to be talking about the release of the upcoming 8th annual calendar and the upcoming event, the 3rd annual Amy's Ride. That's coming up October 18th. It's going to be at the Masonic Lodge in Carrollton. Kickstands up at noon, and it's going to be hosted by the Widow Sons of Carrollton, and the proceeds will benefit the CFVPI, the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative. And of course, Tima is also a certified victims advocate. You're going to be hard-pressed to find someone who is more knowledgeable about this world and about the urgency of this cause than Tima. Good morning, Tima.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Well, here, let me, looks like, that's odd. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm just botching all the microphones today. Let's try it again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Your mic wasn't on. Mine was at 10 for some reason. Normally I'm at a 6. I don't know. Almost blew my own eardrums out. Tima, it's so cool to wrap up the week with you. Your very calming presence. Not that your life's very calm. You are fluttering around like a hummingbird, assisting those in need, and of course, in a continuous effort to bring resources to the CFVPI. Let's talk about you. Tell us a bit about your story, and if we could, then we'll talk a bit about the organization.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. And that's how it all began. I'm a survivor, and I didn't know that domestic violence was a crime. I really didn't even know that it existed until I started looking at the resources and the helplines from the state and national helplines, and then really began to get an understanding of what those behaviors look like, and it's a pattern. And as a result of that, I left that relationship, and I used my crime victims compensation. So victims, if you are a victim of family domestic violence, which is a crime in the state of Georgia, they have a crime victims compensation that is from our state under the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council. And the Georgia Crime Victims Compensation Program will you can apply for those. It doesn't mean that you will get those benefits. However, if you have substantiating documentation, and that's what I did. I used that crime victims compensation. It helped me gain financial independence, as well as helped my youngest son, who was also exposed at the time, had applied as well. And that's how I started this organization. And we are a privately funded nonprofit. No one takes a salary. Maybe one day that will change, but for the last 7 years it hasn't, and it's worked really well. And we do a lot of work with a very, very small budget.
Get a lot of things done. I mean, you provide this is a resource. Just coming on to the Community Voice program and drawing attention to resources like that. I almost said stipend, but like that amount from the state that is accessible. These are resources that most people, as you mentioned yourself, when you're caught in a situation like that, you may not even realize that that's out there. You may not have the mental bandwidth by which to investigate those things because it's too close to home, it's too stressful. Maybe let's talk a bit about, the organization itself. Let's talk a bit more about your day to day. You don't receive any compensation as the founder and director of the organization, but how are ways that you reach the community, and how are ways that you serve and assist individuals that are in positions similar to yours in the past?
Well, a lot of that is we pivot off of people who are not finding the resources in our community or having struggles navigating those systems. So those are systems that I know very well, based on what I've learned over the last 7 years, how to navigate that. And our narrative is a little different. We empower victims to advocate for themselves. Domestic violence is a crime, and there is no reason for a victim and their children to be removed from the safety of their home and put into a shelter, or have to leave and sleep in their car or go to a family or relative's house. The perpetrator of that crime should be removed from that environment to make that environment safe, and they should be supported. One thing we've done in the last year, and I want to thank you because you have been very instrumental in our commercials. Our PSA's domestic violence commercials. We had fostered a relationship with one of our supporters in Colorado, and they paid for those commercials in that funding. Just specifically, we allocated those funds for prevention, education, awareness, and we have done some advertising, which has been great. And to measure the qualitative and quantitative data, this is not my area of expertise, but my business partner's not here today. However, social media has really proven to have a corporate page to see the engagement with prevention, education, information, as well as we do a monthly article with Star News. I don't know if I'm segueing here from the original question, but it was great. A big one.
It's great, yeah.
And so we've gotten a lot of feedback from the commercials that have aired on this radio station, which have been great.
Excellent. And I love that you have analytics too. Like, you can you're on the ground level in social media. You're providing things that hopefully algorithmically will connect to people who desperately need these resources. And you have laid these things out for people. I mean, you have collected and amassed every possible service and resource that you could to make it so accessible. I imagine when you were in a position like that had to be very difficult to even see the worth in, saving your own life at times, getting out of this horrible situation, let alone, taking those steps to find that assistance, taking those steps to find other people who have been through similar situations and learn from them. Mm-hmm. So kudos to you for parlaying your pain and experience into something proactive and positive, serving the community.
Yeah, and empowering other people to advocate for themselves. And it's in them. They might not believe it. But a lot of these resources, you don't have to go through an organization. You can apply for crime victims compensation on your own, on their website. And it is about advocating for yourself because, like a lot of government resources, there's not a lot of follow through. So you really have to advocate for yourself and be, I think, kind of dogmatic about it to make sure that you're getting what our taxpayers pay for and to get that funding to help you, because financial independence is huge for survivors.
So October is Domestic Violence Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I
Yes.
believe. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so, well, our governor has done a proclamation, and last year we had we wrote proclamations for Carrollton, Villa Rica, and Bremen, and each mayor signed those proclamations, which is a very powerful statement if you read the proclamations within themselves. And so to pivot from last year, one of the things that we wanted to do at CFVPI was to have the resources to where you saw them in the community, you heard them in the community. So that was part of the radio announcements that you worked on.
Excellent.
And to get the feedback as well as the analytics from our social media post, which Facebook seems to be everybody's avenue now. When no one emails you back, you can really see that they're active on Facebook, and to look at those analytics and each educational campaign we run. Sometimes we do some faith-based ones, so we'll run 8 to 10 series of what it looks like and what does spiritual abuse look like, and we start to define each aspect of abuse, and then those have been hugely a huge engagement, and a lot of our calls come from that. A lot of our crisis calls, people just want more information because they're seeing it for the first time in our community, listening to it on the radio.
Spiritual domestic violence. I mean, that's spiritual abuse is just unbelievable. I mean, this less than 2 months ago, a dear friend of mine who lives in Athens, she had the very unfortunate experience of discovering that her husband was abusing their daughter and had been for many years. And what was so devastating was that she was using her fear of salvation. She was using her fear and concern, for her spiritual future, telling her that this is what God wanted and God told him, and that if she disobeys, I mean, it's just horrifying that people can land in a place where they're completely comfortable with doing that, but they do, and they will. So it's important to keep an eye on the stay abreast of all the information that you provide to the community to try to, spot those things before they happen. But this is something that's widespread, and I'm very grateful that the governor and of course our mayors here in our own community have supported making this proclamation and drawing attention to this. I mean, that has to feel great. I mean, seeing that happen after 7 years of doing this.
Well, that's just the beginning. I'm privately funded, so I don't work at a government speed. I get things done.
There she is, Tima Humphries.
We were talking about spiritual abuse. Some people say marriage is an institution, and when you really look and start to define that word, it's a very powerful word. And when any faith-based organization wants to protect their institution or the institution of marriage above the safety of the people in that marriage or in that relationship or in that institution, you have some serious issues there, and that really does a number on people's mental and spiritual well-being. So that's really a whole another area we could talk about. But yeah, when those are put above the safety of people and an individual, a human being, then you really need to take a harder look at that.
Time is 8:42. We're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. But when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with this morning's community voice guest, Tima Humphries, founder of the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative, certified victims advocate, on the program today to talk about the third annual Amy's Ride. We're going to talk about that next, coming up on October 18th at the Masonic Lodge in Carrollton. We're going to talk about that, as well as their 8th annual calendar, which, of course, proceeds benefit CFVPI. So we're going to talk about that and more. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Do the math. At Oak Mountain Academy, our average graduating class has just 12 students. We celebrate a 100% graduation rate with more than $10.5 million in college scholarships offered. Plus, 96% of our students are accepted into their top choice college. Do the math. Can you see the value of an OMA education? I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, and I'm here to help you do the math. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
And we're back to Community Voice. Today's Friday, October 3rd. We are speaking this morning with Tima Humphries, founder of Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative, a nonprofit in our neck of the woods dedicated to serving the victims of family domestic violence and, of course, spreading awareness and assistance. She's also a certified victims advocate. And today we are, if you just tuned in, be sure to check out the full podcast or live stream on our News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page so you can get the full story. We got to get a bit of Tima's history here, talked about the organization. Of course, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so, we want to draw attention to that, and there's no better guest to have on the program than Tima, the great work that she does. So, okay, let's get into the event. So, on October 18th, you have an event coming up hosted by the Widow Sons of Carrollton, the proceeds of which are going to support the great work of the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative. Let's talk about it.
Yes. So it's Amy's ride. It's the third annual ride. The Widow Sons of Carrollton approached us a few years ago and believed in what we did. And as a matter of fact, it was all because of the calendar, because one of the women that was in the calendar, like one of the first calendars, who works in law enforcement in another county, and this investigator that works in law enforcement from another county saw this, and she was able to advocate what the purpose of the calendar is. And as a result of that, they contacted us and they met with us and they believed in what we were doing. So this is their third ride for us this year. And shout out to Mark and Melinda Wright and all these amazing people that ride motorcycles.
Cool. And motorcycles are very close to your heart. I mean, anyone who's ever supported the organization and got one of these calendars, you're all about empowering victims, helping them find the power in themselves, and quite literally the horsepower. Motorcycles are a big part of the organization. I think it's super cool.
Thank you.
So naturally, you're a great fit with this event. Could you tell us a bit about the Widow Sons of Carrollton? Is that a motorcycle club? Is that a nonprofit that serves individuals?
They are a nonprofit, and they do many events. I only know what they do for us, but I do know that they serve our community. They do a lot of rides for, and they support other organizations throughout, like other riding organizations that are same as Widow Sons, and they're kind of like in different areas. Yeah. So they have an amazing network, and they do a lot of good work. What I like about a lot of, and one of the things that we do is we don't have to put everything on social media and say, hey, smile, look at how good we're doing. And that's one of the things that I value about this organization. They do good work. They are out there in the community. If you want to learn more about them, you can just try to probably find them on social media. But they just do what they're supposed to. They just do good.
They do good. They're not out here trying to be seen doing good. They're just doing good because that's what you should do.
Yeah, but they're out there, and they're a good group. So, come along. They're riding. They're going to be starting that ride near the courthouse and the parking garage, the Masonic Lodge. Yes, so that's I think that's their main lodge. It's the older antique building. It's 2-story. So it's going to start there at 11 a.m. Kickstands up at noon, and then they're riding to Printer's Ale. And so they have lots of activities and more fundraising activities and like a raffle and an auction, things like that. And that's where it's going to end at Printer's Ale.
Oh, that's great. Shout out to Printer's Ale, one of the fine businesses which we partner with. We adore what they do, and shout out to them for serving as a home location, like a home base to arrive to. So the ride will go from the Masonic Lodge to Printer's Ale.
Yes, that's Saturday the 18th.
Cool. And do we have an idea of what kind of folks things folks can expect at Printer's Ale? I imagine that they usually have games set up, and
Printer's Ale is awesome. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's an outdoor and indoor venue, and the girl, I believe her name is Alex, she's very supportive. They just started doing a bike night once a month, which has been extremely successful. And
they got a great parking lot for it too.
They do. So
they're amazing. And little plug, their food's really good too. So if you haven't had a chance to go try their kitchen, I was late to that. So I finally had a chance to check it out. So the folks that participate in this ride can look forward to some pretty awesome food.
Well, I'm excited that it's going to be there because we're even looking at that venue for our calendar, which is our 8th annual calendar. And, you mentioned earlier, we are grassroots. We started grassroots, and like many grassroots organizations, that we're strong. We are rooted and we are strong, and we do good work. And the calendar has been pivotal. The Motorcycle Fellowship, my partner, Vince, has partnered and been supportive of this calendar since day one. And he is really the mind behind the calendar. He also is in the shadows and doesn't want a lot of publicity about it. However, he does. This is basically the Motorcycle Fellowship's calendar. And then we put that together, and he donates all of the proceeds from this calendar to our organization. And we're nationwide.
Wow.
The last few years we've been on the road. We advocate and we work with other organizations, whether it be municipal organizations, to write similar proclamations that we did here in West Georgia, or whether it is just to help a program develop prevention education campaigns and PSAs, and to give them creative ideas to get the funding to do those so they don't have to take it from their operating budget. But we're working on our 8th calendar. And what's really exciting this year is we were on the road, and we met 2 legends in the motorcycle industry, and their daughters, who are grown women and have their own families. 2 of them are going to be in the 8th annual calendar. And one of them has broken many records, land speed records, and most recently 200 miles per hour on an American V-twin. So if you know anything about motorcycles, you probably know who I'm talking about. But the Perowitz and the Fairless dynasties are huge in the United States and motorcycle culture.
How did that happen? I mean, this just comes from you. I guess this comes from you guys traveling and assisting similar organizations. I know that the motorcycle network, the motorcycle family across the country is a very tight knit group. I've always seen them wave to each other and stuff.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I mean,
I just call them Forrest Gump moments.
Yeah.
When you use your power for good. They just kind of unfold, and it's very organic, so we don't have to create our own miracles or our own. It just happens, and so to have these 2 women want to be part of this calendar and participate in it is a very exciting, and it's like a ripple effect,
Yeah.
And I told all the other women that are in the calendar, you ride a motorcycle, you don't have to. There's nothing else. You are a woman. You ride. And, you don't have to expand on that. It's pretty badass. Sorry.
Sure is. No, it certainly is. And I could not agree more. Time is 8:52. We only got about 8 minutes left, so we're going to take our last commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hit hard how you can get your own 8th annual calendar supporting the work of the CFVPI, and, of course, how you can register for the motorcycle ride, the 3rd annual AMI's ride, coming up on October 18th. Community Voice, brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy specializes in a customized designed academic approach tailored to meet the needs of our families. Our lower division prepares students with the necessary foundation to build excellence. Our middle division provides students with over 15 course offerings, providing them with opportunities to explore their talents and gifts. Our upper division provides personalized academic journeys, allowing them to achieve their dreams. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us, where every path leads to purpose.
And we're back to Community Voice. Only got a few minutes left. Time is 8:54, and we're talking with Tima Humphries. Again, if you have not had a chance to see this interview with Tima, the founder of the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative, as we honor Domestic Violence Awareness Month by having her on the program and talking about her initiatives, as well as the brand new 8th annual calendar brought by the, I think it's the Christian Motorcycle Fellowship. Is that the name of the group? What's the, I want to make sure it's the right group here. But they support.
Widow's Sons.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Widow's Sons.
The Motorcycle Fellowship. I almost said Christian Motorcycle. The Motorcycle Fellowship.
It's all about the motorcycle, Josh.
All about the motorcycle. They put out this calendar with survivors of domestic violence, and of course the proceeds benefit the CFVPI. How can folks get this calendar?
Well, that is 2025's calendar. We have sold out of that calendar, but we will put a link on CFVPI's Facebook page, and you can actually go to the website and order it. And then we will be at, we may have them at Printer's Dale on this ride on the 18th.
Nice.
Oh, the 16th. I'm sorry. Wait, is that the 16th?
Oh, it's the 18th.
It's
Yeah,
the
we're
18th.
good.
Okay, I have something else.
I didn't even
16th.
read. I can't read. I didn't even see it was 2025.
So, we haven't produced it yet, but it will be available on our website, and we just promote it all over social media.
Excellent. So that's a good point too. So you guys have social media, a pretty wide social media presence. People can follow you on Facebook, maybe Instagram. Where all can they follow you?
I'm primarily on Facebook.
Okay.
There's some safety issues around that. So we have a safety protocol to make sure we know who we're talking to if someone reaches out to us.
Smart.
We have kind of like a secondary thing.
Yeah, you can check them out. So folks can follow the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative on Facebook.
Yes.
And that will keep them up to date with events and initiatives you have going, and folks can support you.
Yes, as well as the 3rd annual Amy's Ride. I'm sure if you just put that in, Widow's Sons 3rd annual Amy's Ride, it will come up on social media, and there's a link there that you can register for the ride.
Oh, so they can get to that link. I was going to say, is there a website that the folks have to specifically register at? They can find the link through,
and it'll take you to their where you can register.
Excellent.
Or you can just show up at the lodge.
And I meant, that's October 18th at the Masonic Lodge right here in Carrollton. The ride is going to end at Printer's Ale, where there's going to be food, fun, and a lot of opportunities to further support the organization. A couple of other things. How can folks support the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative? You're nationwide. We got about 3 minutes. You're nationwide. You're helping other municipal organizations and government groups put together proclamations similar to the one that you have assisted our local mayors in putting together. How can folks support you?
Well, let's go to lunch.
There you go.
Let's go to lunch, and if you believe in what we do and you see the work that we do, we don't partner with just anyone. Yeah. They really have to believe in what they do. Anybody can write a check, but we want people who partner, who really understand it, who want to gain a better understanding about how they can make a difference in their community.
Excellent. And how can folks reach you? Is there an email that you recommend if someone who's listening is a victim of family domestic violence? How do they make contact with the organization? Or do you recommend they make contact with someone else first? No,
on our website, there are key links in there. There are phone numbers. There's an email address. So our website or Facebook, they can reach out. Like I did, we do have a secondary backup for Facebook just to make sure we're actually speaking to someone and to be safe. So there's some safety protocols there. But yes, you can reach out to me on social media. And it's cfvpi.org. Yes. Excellent. All right. We got about a minute and a half. Any final words for the community? Domestic violence is one of the most prevalent and devastating crimes in our community. And to just get plugged in and to see if they're a faith-based, if they have an organization, to really see education, prevention education is key. It's very important. Hopefully we'll be back in February because it's recognized nationwide as Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and to look at those numbers. I just put a post out today to show you where Carroll County falls in domestic violence incidents report versus arrest rate. And those are some serious questions you should ask your commissioners and your law enforcement agencies to get plugged in and to hold them accountable. We put them in those positions, and our taxpayer dollars support them, and see how they're engaged in our community. I would advise any taxpayer to go to city council meetings, get plugged in, especially this month.
Shout out to Tima Humphries and the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative. Thank you all for tuning in. Of course, check out cfvpi.org so you can learn more about how you can support the Community Family Violence Prevention Initiative. And don't forget the 3rd annual Amy's Ride coming up October 18th. The Masonic Lodge in Carrollton kickstands up at noon. It'll be hosted by the Widow Sons of Carrollton. Go to CFVPI on Facebook or the website and check that out. Register for that and keep an eye out for those new calendars. Tima, thank you so much.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in with us, and Joel and Colin. We appreciate y'all. We'll see everyone next time.
National headline.